Hello students, today we are going to start with the first method. In fact, it's not a first method. The first method is the easier one, which I am not making the video of. That method I will use for missing frequencies. So let us start with the shortcut method. Shortcut method is a method used for finding the mean. Before we start with the explanation, let me tell you whether it's a direct method or shortcut method or step deviation method. Any method used, the answer reached will be same. But if the question is asked, find the mean of the following frequency distribution by using shortcut method, you need to use shortcut method. But if the method is not mentioned, then you are free to use your method which you are comfortable with. Right now, the question which is there on the screen, you can see the method is asked is shortcut method. Fine. So we'll strictly stick to this method. And one more thing, let me make you aware. Shortcut method is not, as the word says, shortcut. It is not making any shortcut in the method, but it is making shortcut in a calculation part. Meaning we are going to manipulate over here in a very shortcut way, which will make the calculation easy. In short, shortcut method is not for decreasing the number of steps, but it is used, the name shortcut means to make the number small, to make the calculation very convenient. Let us, without wasting time, start the sum. Find the mean of the following frequency distribution by shortcut method. You can see the class interval and you can see the frequency. The question which will be given in the exam will be like this. But I will recommend you have to draw the table. So let us know the number of column you will draw. When you know the number of column, it becomes very convenient and fast in calculation. So you get ready by making the column. So how many columns are required? The first column is class interval. Next will be class mark. Next will be frequency. Next will be d is equal to x minus a. This part I'll explain as I'll proceed. And last will be fd. So you know what are the columns you have to make. Just make the framework. Now in class interval and frequency will be given. So you can see the class interval. I have already made the table for you all. So class interval is 84 to 90, 90 to 96, 96 to 10 to 102 to 108 and 108 to 114, which has frequency. Now let me tell you students, this class interval can be marks, age, weight, anything, height, anything. And frequency can be number of people, number of workers, number of students, and so on. So let us just copy this. So 84 to 90 is 8, 12, 15, 10, and 5. If you have noted, I have copied as it is. Okay, because I'm not going to copy this. I'm not going to copy this again in the rough for the calculation part. So our table is ready. Let us start with the step. What is class mark? And what we are doing, we are finding the mean of what? Suppose these are marks. So we are going to find the average of these marks. Fine. So what is class mark? Class mark is a mid value. So 84 plus 90, that comes to, when you divide it, it comes to 87. It comes to 87. Class mark means, how class mark is calculated? 84 plus 90 divided by 2. Fine. You need not show this if you know this very well. So that comes to 87. Correct, students? Now, you are not going to repeat these steps again and again. I'll teach you one trick. What is class size? What is class size? Class size is 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. You are not going to count 90 because 90 is not included. So what is class size? Class size is 6. Let us count again: 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. So class size is 6. If the class size is 6, the difference between each class mark also will be 6. So 87, you count 6, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93. So the next number is going to be 93. Add 6 to this, you are going to get 99. Add 6 to it, you will get 105. Add 6 to it, you will get 111. So this is an easy way for calculation of class mark. I hope you understood. So there is a relation between the class size and difference between the class mark. I hope class mark is clear. Once we have completed this, then first question arises that we have to make a calculation easy. To make a calculation easy, we have got something into the picture. We have got something into the picture. What is that? We have got D. What is D? What is this D? D is deviation, meaning we have to assume something over here. Assumption can be anything, so I will assume. Now I don't know what is the mean of this class interval. Okay, this data given, so I will assume, chalo, this is my assumption, but every time the assumption is not correct, students. This is my assumption, so I will assume 99 as, I can assume 99 as my, what you can say, my assumed mean. So I'll assume 99. Now I don't know, it is my assumption, we can assume anything. So I'll write it here, assumption is equal to 99. Now we are going to do high class manipulation over here. What is that manipulation? Now someone gets up and say no, my assumption is 87, someone says 93, I have told 99, someone gets up and say 105 or 111. So we cannot actually assume anything. So this is our assumption. What we will do? Okay, how D means deviation. So how this is deviating? This now 87 is deviating from my assumed mean. So what I will do? What is the deviation? It is 87 minus 99. So that comes to how much? 87 minus 99 comes to minus 12. Meaning if someone assumes this, he or she is minus 12 far away from me. Okay, so fine. Now second is 93. Someone assume 93. So 93 minus 99 is minus 6. This is my assumption, so it is not deviating. 105 minus 99 is 6 and 111 minus 99 is 12. Okay, now you will say, Miss, you are manipulating. No, I am not manipulating. I will, if I'm subtracting, I'm just changing this number and making them small. And believe me, in formula, I'll bring this subtraction back. I hope till here it is clear. Now, what is FD? Now, if you remember, I told you after class mark, after class interval, make class mark and then frequency. Reason is we will multiply F with D. Correct? F into D. Most of the students, when after class interval, they write F and they multiply the wrong numbers. So here we are going to multiply F and D. So this calculation becomes easy. 99% students do this very common error. So minus 96, correct? Minus 96. My 12 into minus 6 is minus 72. Any number multiplied by 0 is 0. 10 into 6 is 60 and another 60. So here we have become successful in completing the table where the question arises d is equal to x minus a means again you are manipulating. No, I am not. Okay. So now what is mean ka formula? What is formula for mean? The formula for mean is, okay, formula for mean is, fine. What is formula for mean? Formula for mean is x bar is equal to sigma fd upon sigma f plus a. Now remember I told you, I'll bring back that if I have subtracted a from all this data, okay, meaning I have manipulated it. So in formula again I will bring it back by adding a. I hope this is clear. Now since the formula is x bar is equal to Sigma FD upon sigma F plus A, whatever is there in the formula, you need to show in the table. So what is sigma F? Sigma F is, when you total this, it comes to 50. And what is sigma FD? Now I'll teach you one trick for sigma FD. Now here, you can make a curly bracket here. This comes to how much? When you total this, it comes to, calculate this, it comes to minus plus, add sign of the greater number, this comes to minus 168. And when you add this comes to 120. So plus minus is minus, sign of the greater number. When you calculate this, minus 160 plus 120 comes to minus 48. So if you see, our table is ready. Fine students, now one more trick I'll teach you. Whenever students do this calculation, they simply make LCM, this and that, not required students. Just substitute the values. There are smart maths also to do this calculation. So sigma FD is minus 48. Just now don't forget to write the formula, and let me make you aware that there is no method. Okay, there is no marks for formula. There's marks for formula and correct substitution. So 50 plus what is a assumed mean? What did you assume? We have assumed 99. Fine. Now here I'll teach you one trick. If I keep dividing 48 by 50, it will be a tedious task. So instead of doing any kind of cross multiplication, what I'll do, I'll play one game over here. I'll multiply this by 2 and multiply by this by 2. So in denominator, what did I get? I got 100, and in numerator, when I multiply 48 by 2, I get minus 96 plus 99. Now, every time I teach my student, no touching this number. Okay, just play with this. So, when you calculate this, this comes to minus 0.96 plus 99. Plus minus is minus, sign of the greater number. So, when you calculate this, the answer is 98.04. This is a mean by shortcut method. I hope you understood this, students. So you will practice some more sums with this. Now here, one more last thing I'll tell you. There were how many class interval? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So things became very convenient. We have chosen the middle one. But if there would have been one more class interval, you can select either the third one or fourth one. That will not make any difference. But I will recommend everyone to mention the assume mean, what you have assumed. So mention over here. Fine. I hope you will practice sums at home. And let me tell you, it is very easy. It's very mechanical work, but a very convenient method to find the mean for those datas whose numbers are big. I hope you understood. Thank you, students.